Hey, I'm going to teach you guys how to turn 2 hits of the dice into $200. My name is Joe and this is my Craftsmaster journey. Let's make it yours as well. So looking at the table here, we're going to take a strategy called the press to base strategy that John from ProCraps brought out. And what he does is he talks about taking the 5 and the 9 where we press it up so we can bring home $200 within 2 hits. And what he does in this strategy is he starts off with $40 on that 5 or $40 on a 9, but we're going to go $40 on the 5 to start off with here. And if this 5 will hit, what that'll do, that $40 will pay out $56. And what he'll do is he'll take $4 from his rack and he'll turn this $40 into $100. So he'll take 75 here. This should equal up to 25, which it does. And that makes it $100 on that 5. Now, if that 5 hits again, that's going to pay out $140. And what he's going to do is he's going to take that 5 down and he's going to replace it back to $40. And that's going to allow him to bring $200 back to his rack. Now that happens on the 5 and the 9 according to how John laid it out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you guys how to take that 5 and the 9. We're going to turn that into a 4 or 10 or a 6 or 8. So let's start with the 4 to start off with. So let me set it up here once quick. So with the 4, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with $37. So 35 of that's going to go on the 4. $2 is going to be for the VIG, which will go back to the bank. And at my casino that I play with, you pay the VIG up front, and that's the way a lot of casinos do the VIG. Now some casinos, and this is the preferred method, will charge you a VIG only on the win. So in my casino, the $2 is charged up front. If we lose that $4 buy bet, we lose the $2 VIG. If we win the $35 4 bet, we also lose that $2 VIG. Now, if I decide to take this down and put that back in my rack, I get that $2 back. That's the only time that I'll get the $2 back. But anyhow, we're going to start off with $35 on that 4. If that 4 will hit, that'll pay out $70. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take that 70, we're going to put that right up to 100. And that'll be 5 right there. That'll be a quarter. And what'll happen now is, since that's a $100 buy bet, casino charges you $5 for that. So that extra $5 will go right back to the bank. And what we're gonna do now is if this $100 hits, you get paid out $200. And from here, what we can do is let's get some nickels here. That's 5 for a quarter. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take that money there and we're gonna go down to $20. So we're gonna make this a $20 bet. And then we bring back to the bank, or back to our racks. That's 100, 200, 275, $280 that we'll bring back to our rack. So remember, we start off with $35 on that 4, and we bring it back down to 20, and we bring all that money back to our rack. Last option now is the 6 or the 8. So in order to work this out, we'll have to go with a $48 either 6 or $48 8. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna stack it on there. Now if that $48 6 will hit, that's gonna pay out again $56, just like the 5 or 9 did. Okay, in order to go up now, we're gonna have to drop in $16. So it's a little bit of a steep addition here, but $16, and that'll bring us up to $120 6. So that's 75 right there. Let's get a quarter here. That's 100. And then we're gonna get another nickel here. And that's 120. So we have $120 6. Now, if that should hit again, that's going to pay out $140. Okay, from here now, what we're going to do is we're going to drop this down to a $30 six, and we're going to rack the rest. So that's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 100, 200, 10, 20, 30. $230 that we're going to actually bring back to our rack. Okay, so that's if the 6 or the 8 would hit. Now, let's play this out, and I will show you how this works and how you can actually work it on the real table. Let me clean this up quick. Okay, now, in order to play this out, let's say we play this out as one strategy, and this is the press to base strategy. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put money on the 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Again, we're gonna go with $35 on that 4 and 10. We're gonna go with $40 on the 5 and 9. We're gonna go with $48 on the 6 and 8. So that's 35. We got 40. And we got 48 on these. Okay, so 6 and 8's at 48. The 5 is at 40. And the 4 and 10 are at 35. Now, the neat thing about this strategy is they're going to work as sisters. So the 6 and 8 will work together. The 5 and 9 will work together. The 4 and 10 will work together. So let's say the 6 rolls. This $48 here is going to get paid out $56. Okay, again, we're going to drop in $16 we're going to drop in from our rack, and that's going to bring that up to $120. So we have 75, 100, this is going to be 20, so that'll be $20. Let's say the 6 hits again, that pays out $140 this time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take all this down now, and we're going to bring both the 6 and the 8 to $30, and that's going to allow us to rack all the rest. So that initial investment is actually turning in after 2 hits. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, that's $200, 10, 20, 30, 45, and wait 1 second here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 225, 35. Oh, that goes back here. Never mind. Okay. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25, 35, 45, $48. $248 that we're actually making off of this here, and we have 2 numbers there that are bought and paid for. Okay, so that would be the 6 and the 8. Let's assume that the 5 and 9 is the number. Again, we'll go through that just like we did. We have $40 on the 5 and 9. I'm sorry, $40 on that 5 and 9. That's going to pay out $56 if it hits once. Again, we're going to drop in $4, and we're going to bring that up to 100. So that's 75 there. This is 25 in total here. Make that look like a quarter. Okay, so that brings the 5 up to $100. If that hits again, that pays out $140. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $140. And we're going to bring this down to, and we're going to bring the 5 and the 9 down then. We're going to make each one of them look like $20. And that's going to allow us to rack up here now. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's $225, $35, $240 is going back to our rack. And that leaves us at $20 on each the 4 and the 9. The last option is going to be that 4 and 10. Again, we have $35 on there. We paid that $2 vig. Let's say that hits, that going to pay out $70. We're going to take that $70, we're going to add it to it. Actually, we're going to add 65. We're going to make it look like 100. That $5 left over is going to go towards our VIG. Again, that hits, it's going to pay out $200. And that's going to allow us to bring that 4 down. We'll bring that 10 down. And let's get $50 in nickels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $50. Okay, and then we're going to go back to $20 on that 4, $20 on that 5, and that's going to allow us to bring $100, $200, $275, $85, $295 back to our rack. So that's how that strategy works, guys, if we were to put it all together. Again, that's going to be a $250 investment across here, and that would be $35 on the 4 and 10. That would be $40 on that 5 and 9. That'd be $48 on the 6 and the 8. And then what will happen then is we will be able to play this out, take 2 hits, you bring down that number and the sister number that hits. If the 6 would be the second number that hits. Now, hey, what happens here, guys? Let's try this out once. And let's go $48, start off on that 6. We got $48 start out on that 8. Okay, let's say the 6 hits. That pays out $56. Okay, we're going to drop in $16, and again, that's to bring that up to that $100, $120 level. So that's 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a quarter. That's 100 right here, and this should be $20 right here. Grab a nickel. Okay, so that first hit of 6 brings us $120. Let's say the 8 hits now. Again, that's going to pay out $56. Again, we're going to drop in $16 here from our bankroll, and that's going to allow us to bring this back up to 120. So now we have the 6 and the 8 at 120. Okay, we have 120 on the 6 and the 8. So that's kind of a nice situation to be in. We already have $48 on each one spent, plus we dropped $16 each. So we're quite heavily invested. But let's say the 6 hits again. That's going to drop in $140 that we're going to win off of that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And again, now what we could do is, since these work as sisters, that 6 hit, we got $104. We're going to bring that down to 30. We're going to bring this down to 30. And this is what we're bringing back to our rack now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $300 right here. 310, $320 that we're actually bringing back to our rack. And we have a bought and paid for 6 and 8 for that. So that's kind of nice if it works that way, where you can actually combine the wins. But remember, when one hits, they both come back down. So if you hit twice on one of the numbers, the sister number will come back down. So hey, if you have any questions, make sure that you leave them in the comments below, and I will answer every single one of them. My name is Joe, and this is my Craftsmaster journey. Let's make it yours too.